right, guys, it's the final deciding match of the evening. We got Dragon Phoenix Gaming's Cure against Dragon Phoenix Gaming's hero. Teammates and absolute monsters, the two favorite players of this group, but they are finding themselves in the final deciding match. Only one of them can progress to the top 8 of PiGFest 2.0. And Cure, his barracks, his SCV gets found. Was he planning to do a second? Oh no, he was going to do an eBay. So we should see 4 probes get pulled down. herO's only pulling 2. That's interesting. I guess because he found it so early, he feels like, okay, 3 probes. That'll work. Notice the SCV is trying to catch hero not watching and get a bit of extra build time, but man, that's not a lot of hit points. That's going to go down real fast. He builds a second one. The classic. When your opponent's on top of that one. Ooh, does cancel at the last second. I mean, he's going to delay the Nexus a little bit, but it's expensive. Remember, you do lose 25% of the build cost, which means he's going to lose 62.5 minerals, which I think rounds up, so 63 minerals for that. And overall, very good scouting there for hero. Ooh, but hero way oversaturated on the gas. Oh, I guess that was because he pulled the workers up from the natural, so not too bad. And Cybercore is down. Nexus on the way as well. Command Center going up behind this in the top left. Now, both of these players did fall victim to Time, who had a spectacular run through this group. He looked amazing. What is this? Factory? No, second barracks going down. Are we seeing an old 3 racks build, perhaps? Could be a 2-on-1 as well. Double drop through the north side of the map. Hero already opting for a proxy in this game. Now, it could be a Stargate. Yeah, he's not making Warp Gate, so it looks like he wants to proxy an Oracle. Okay. The advantage of this, you'll get very early scouting on the fact that your opponent's 3-raxing. On the other hand, there should be plenty of Marines to defend. And it is indeed a 3rd barracks as well. Okay, Cure, going old school. Looks like the Adept has already fended that Reaper off, heavily wounded. Has to wait for those combat drugs to kick in. Hero already at the gold base and thinking about going Oracle into maybe like Charge Lot plus gold base 3rd base. Very dangerous against a 3-racks play. Hopefully he doesn't invest in that too early in the game, as he's going to need either a Robo or a Twilight up very quickly. The longer he waits on that, the scarier the 3-racks timing becomes. Natural expansion going to morph into an orbital as these SCVs mine those minerals out. Reaper's looking around. Ooh, he hasn't found the Stargate yet though. Oracle getting chrono boosted. He will find it. Oh, this is excellent scouting by Cure. Senses that something was missing in this game. Does he go to the gold base? No, it looks like that probe will survive for now. Adept coming forward on the watchtower. Another Adept at home. 3 Adepts in total on this map. And will he go... I wonder if the Oracle just kills the Reaper. I would definitely be tempted to do that. There's 2 separate mineral lines to choose from, but there is 4 Marines in each of them. Adept's going to chase after the Reaper. See how quickly Cure reacts here. Cure, a little slow to react. That's a dead Reaper. Oracle finds 1 Marine out on its own. Gets the red hit point SCV that got hit by probe earlier on in this game. But plenty of Marines there in the natural. And gets out of there, but doesn't lose any hit points. Still a full 100 hit points. Will regenerate its shields. Twilight Council and 2 more gateways on the way. So this is just going to be a Blink follow-up as well as a gold base. So it's Oracle into Blink up against 3-racks play. He, of course, knows about the 3-racks. But I don't think there's going to be a super fast Marine push. I say that. Actually, I think he's going to push out when those 2 Marauders pop. And I think it's a great way to play here. He could go straight across the map, or he could go clean up the Proxy Stargate. Either one is a good option. The Adepts are at the front, though, seeing if they can maybe pick off a few units as they move out, as well as get warning on it. Blink does start up. And the Oracle thinking about coming back in, but turrets going up there as well. +1 weapons does start up in the engineering bay. Looks like Q is going to play this defensively. And against... Oh, look at that. Massive recall to the gold base. Huge move here. Hero's natural will get resaturated steadily. He's just going to go for Mass Thor because the bio is moving out, but it's not going to be able to hit till about 6 minutes, and he has no idea about the gold base. Oh, the Adepts need to cancel that shade. Careful, Adepts. If they get jumped on, they can go down very quickly. Not really worth stimming all the bio just to kill 3 Adepts. Stasis Trap is in a bit of a funny position. That Marine's going to set it off. Guess he knew that Q would want to clean that Stargate up. You know what? As long as Q... I mean, Q doesn't... Oh, he found a gateway there as well. Okay. Thing is, Q doesn't know about the gold base. You can't really defend that very well. He's got Stalkers, he's got Blink, but he still doesn't realize He doesn't know if Kua realizes or not. So Factory's on the way. Very late Factory this game. The Adepts are going to try and shade away. They will go straight through that pack of Bio. And they even grab a Marine. hero making the most of a weird, awkward situation. He's still only on 3 gates, and he's just massing Blinkstalkers versus Bio. Bio kicks the crap out of Blinkstalkers once Medivacs are out, and as long as they take good fights. The problem is, of course, the engagements really do matter. Hero not going for Storm, he's going straight for Charge. I think he needs to... I mean, obviously Charge is good because you got a gold mineral line, but I would love to see a Templar Archives and a 4th gas go down. I feel like Storm is absolutely necessary against this, or Colossus is even better. 4 gateways are up, 3 more coming in. It's going to be 7 gateways very soon. No panic stims for Kua. Kua's doing a good job of not panic stimming, but it does feel like Hero has him pinned back right now. There we go, stims. 2 Stalkers going down. Hero with sloppy micro there. That really is sloppy. I mean, he's still trying to utilize these Adepts to cut off the reinforce, or maybe even get inside the base. Hero has seen that 3rd command center. This Marine will see that the Stalkers are there, that they're not rotating. Grabs another Marine or 2. Yep, 1 Marine, 2 Marines, blinks on out. Very nice play. The Oracle for Vision, the Stalker micro, and these Adepts. And the Medivacs are just so darn late. It's 7 minutes and his first 2 Medivacs are only now beginning. Oh, Kua is in a big spot of bother. He loses a Marauder there. The unit's lost tab is going to start getting worse and worse for the Terran. He doesn't have tanks out or anything like that. He's going for a Reactor. An Armory now on the way as he does start his +1 armor. I like the Armory. I think that's really good for both Widow Mines, but also just so he can continue his upgrades. Double Forges on the way for Hero. Hero's got a 4th base building as well. So he's looking to outscale his opponent with Stalker Micro and Mass Zealot run-bys. It looks like he's going to jump on the front as well. This might just be a foregone conclusion. That gold base income has been such a lead for so long, and the Bio is all so bruised and wounded. And if he can just jump on top with Charge, this is going to be huge. Hero A moves in there. The Oracle dives in a bit ahead and sacrifices itself. A little bit awkward there, but the Stalker Zealot going to start taking a decent trade. Nice micro by Kua. Gets back to the safety zone. Good force field keeps some of those units trapped up in the main base. And there's a 4th base saturating behind it. 1-1 upgrades are on the way. I always worry because if the Protoss does take a messy fight, he doesn't have splash damage to make up for it. But my god, he has so many Zealots! And as long as he denies this 3rd from mining, the income is absolutely insane. Now, obviously, there's mules dropping right now, so that's inflating the Terran income a lot. The Widow Mines do fire on those Stalkers. It gets set off. Robo's on the way now as well. If Hero can get over to double Robo Bay, there's no way Kua will ever be winning this game with just a bunch of Bio. A 2-base Terran here with so many mules temporarily boosting his income. Up against a 74 probe, 4-base Protoss player. He's got mass Stalkers on the top of the map as well. I don't know if he was anticipating a Doom drop or something like that. I think he was. But he's got that Watchtower again. Extra gases do go down on the 3rd base, so he's going to go to 5 gases. The Stalkers do pull back. That is 14 Marauders, 23 Marines with 1-1. It's still a very scary army for the Terran. I mean, this army just scales like crap, so it's all about how you fight. And Hero says, I fight like an annoying bastard. That's how I fight. Blinks across the back door. He has 2 squads of Stalkers. What an irritating player to play against. The Widow Mines will... Oh, great reaction. Even while microing his Stalkers in the back, he gets 12 SCVs, and he's just going to blink on out of there. And he's dodging Widow Mines at the front at the same time. Doesn't lose a single Stalker in the back. Kua is just pinned in his corner of the map, getting his ass kicked right now. DT Shrine on the way. Still no actual splash damage. He's just like, nope. It's a gate. I'm a gateway man. Sets off the Widow Mines with Stalker Blink. A big Widow Mine lands. Another massive Widow Mine lands. Hero trying to force it in right now. I think this is a very crazy way to attack. I don't think there's any need for him to do this. Hero gets a bit of a stiffy. He needs to tuck it in. Dude, put it away. This is a crazy way to be attacking right now. Hero, what in the hell was that attack? Completely unnecessary and puts himself in a dire straits. Yes, he's way up on income. Yes, he's still ahead in this game a little bit, but now he's down 20 army supply, and he still has no splash damage. The health is very low on Kua's army, but I cannot believe he went for this angle of fight. The moment you see he's in there behind the SCVs with that wall off, it's terrible, and there's not much detection. Widow Mine drop could get big damage. Zealot warping in the back, though. That's going to get some real value. Remember that Kua was so massively behind before that fight. Oh, okay, 5 probes go down, but he does quickly snap recall, gets rid of those. Some of the Zealots will get out. He's going to try and ferry them across the gap here, but unable to save those. The Prism's still roaming the map. DTs are going to start warping in and running in as well. Templar Archives finally on the way. 2-2 upgrades are coming in. +2 attack is done for Cure, so the 2-1 upgrades pretty damn solid for him. And right now he's just looking to hang on, survive, and rely on hero YOLOing to his death. He's basically like, look, as long as hero keeps throwing army away, it's good. And hero hasn't taken a 5th. That means his bases are mining out. For his work account, yeah, he's oversaturated right now. Hero playing this sort of inefficient style, you need to take a 5th base and a 6th base pretty quickly as well, because he's already about 10 probes aren't mining effectively at all. Another Widowmine drop snakes its way down the bottom side. Observer will get taken down, but not before the Widowmine does get sniped. No cannon on this base. That's going to come in. Giant attack here for Mr. Hero. Another giant Widowmine hit, and you do not want to attack into that choke point. Hero, learning from the last time, does back off. Widowmines did not end up unloading there, but look at that. Zealots in the back door while the army distracts in the front from every single... I mean, Hero's just so far ahead, he can do whatever he wants at this point. Despite that one big fight looking like it might have been the beginnings of a big misstep, he's just whittling down Cure's economy, picking off Medivacs, blinking his Stalkers away. Widowmines killed 12 probes. Not bad, but it's still 60 probes versus 37. And remember, that gold base was already mostly mined out, so not nearly as impactful as it otherwise would be. The Bio just trying to defend at the front, but that means he's losing add-ons even in the main base. The Zealots continuing to just run on in. And remember, there's no Ghost Tech in this map. Widowmine's going to get a big boomy on the 3rd. Ooh, 4 probes. Maybe not a big boomy, but a decent boomy. Marine Marauder Medevac trying to survive, but there's only 3 Medevacs, and every Marauder and Marine that dies is actually devastating. Oh, Cure trying to float this base out. He's still only on 3 command centers, 39 SCVs, and he's now down 30 army supply against a guy who's building double Robo Bay Colossus, and he's getting the Daddy Longlegs upgrade for those. That's going to add a solid 2 girth to those Colossus beams. Remember, it's always about the girth, much more important than the other dimensions of that one, the laser beam. How many gateways? We got 12 gateways as well. Oh, DT's walking in the main base. DT's walking in the front, and that is devastating. Cure losing the add-ons to his production. He does clap on an Immortal there. Not bad, not bad. Where are the Colossus? The Colossus are just down there. He needs some Zealot warp and some meat to this army. A lot of probes running in and dying. Those DTs are going to run out in front. Does he even have any scans available? Looks like he does. He takes out the Dark Templar. Back at home, it looks like those DTs finally defended from the main, but 13 SCVs went down in the 3rd base. He's going to try and doom drop the production. One last-ditch effort to fight back. The army supply dangerously close here. Hero definitely making this game maybe a little bit closer and messier than he normally would have liked. The Colossus coming in big, though. Stalkers and Colossus are going to be able to take this one out. Cure tries to march forwards, but he was just way too far behind from that early game. All right, great game 1 there, taking advantage of the gold base. Nice play from Hero, the top left. Cure down here in the bottom right side of the map. I feel like that game was won by Hero's reputation more than anything else. Ooh, oh, you dirty boy. He's up a game, so he's going to proxy a gateway in the back of the base. Oh my gosh. Really? Wait, gateway before gas? Okay, there. I was like, that gas felt a little late, but okay. No worries. I think that should be okay. So he's going for a 16. Yeah, he's going to go for a 2nd gateway here. Is Mr. Hero. And then he's going to try and bring the probe back up to here and then go in for the scout to make it look like it's from a normal angle. Dirty, dirty build. I'm like, probe's just going to come from over there. It's a totally normal probe scout. See? He came after building a gateway in his own base. Very tricky, very tricky. But yeah, I think Cure was really worried there'd be a 2nd Oracle and a 3rd Oracle, and he just played way too safe with missile turrets. If you're pumping Marines out like that, I mean, maybe 1 turret to guard the natural, but the main base is pretty defended by your rally of Marines, and I think he could have pushed out. And I mean, there's no way that Hero could have defended the gold against a crisp push, let alone his natural. But if you don't push at the 3 racks timing versus a guy who's rushing a 3rd off of an Oracle into Twilight Tech, like, you give him time to get Blink up and then start picking away at you, things can get really rough. The probe waits for the Reaper to leave and then moves in. Cure has played the double gas build, but... oh! The probe comes in, and he's going to try and harass this expansion, potentially. And the Zealot's moving across the map as well. There is an Adept and a Shield Battery here. And the Adept definitely should go after this Reaper. Ooh, hero, a bit of a mistake there. He's going to lose at least one probe. And another probe. Oh, looking like it might go down. Oh, he shades out as well. Huge mistake, but the Stalker and the Zealot are arriving. He builds a pylon up here inside the base. Ooh, that's just for high ground vision. That's the whole point of that pylon, guys. This is the one thing I always forget to build with this push myself. The Stalker, he's going to get the Reaper. He's going to click the Reaper. He clicks the Reaper. The Stalker does quickly recall. The Zealot is going to get surrounded and drilled down. But already 3 probes died, which is a huge mistake. Command Center getting cancelled. Kua fighting for dear life. He's got so little firepower. One Marine up here. The Adept shades on top and frisbees him in half. Oh my god, Protoss are brutal. The Stalker gets the Reaper as well. Very nice focus fire. The Cyclone needs to get out. He's lost 7 SCVs. And he's lost his command center, but there is no Nexus started. And hero is doubled down. He's doing the double gas build. He's doing the very dirty follow-up to this. 3 Stalkers and in the depth, absolutely capable of kicking butt. Look at that micro. Instantly breaks the lock, does hero. The bunker's not going to be able to get up here. Hewitt needs to make sure he's repairing that. The Adept teleports, but the lock stays on because the Adept was too close. But look at these worker kills. This is devastating damage, man. And the pylon just giving vision and occupying these units attacks half the time. The pylon is such a nuisance to get rid of. The Cyclone, if it goes down, he's in huge trouble. Oh, the Stalker, look at that Stalker. It's on a mission, but the tank does save the Cyclone. The Stalkers are defended. Kua hangs on. He will be able to get a Marine inside the bunker. The tank siege is up, and finally, he stops Hero's advance, but at what cost? 11 SCVs remain. It is a very bare mineral line. He needs to pull off gas onto minerals and drop mules right now. He sells his bunker. He's got to pull off gas. He should not be mining with 4 workers on gas right now. That's a disaster. Absolutely needs to macro up. Meanwhile, Hero, 26 probes. A Nexus is on the way. He's probing up, and he's still got 2 gateways as well. Not to mention the 3 Stalkers, meaning he can't really move down to the low ground. If Kua makes a comeback from this scenario, it will be epic. Oh, the sentries are going to go down. Oh, that's really sick, actually. Stalker's going after the Cyclone, but he will lose at least the sentries for it. Q is still not really too happy with that trade, even though it's obviously good for him to kill the sentries. You can tell he's like not too happy with that. He's not going to let these units cross over. That's why Hero's made Adepts, because he knows they can shade past. Natural Expand almost finished. We've got a Twilight Council up behind this. DTs wouldn't be a bad choice. Neither would Blink. I think Blink is what he'll go for. Blink is so good in these messy positions. Gives you the flexibility to deny your opponent's movement very effectively. More Adepts warping in. Oh, he's just going to shade on the Marines and run up the ramp, maybe? Or even try to shade up the ramp if possible. Ooh, he's going for it. He does actually commit on top of these Marines. But I don't know if that's super worth it there for Hero. 3 Adepts for like 2 or 3 Marines isn't really the most efficient. Q is going to move another tank down as well. And he'd like to get rid of this gateway in the back. Hero's getting very wasteful with his units. I'm not sure it matters because he's so far ahead. He's going for the DT Shrine. Rogue Terran player is going to struggle to deal with that. Still no command center on the way for Q. Q has been keeping up so much gas mining. Like I said, that's a huge mistake because he already had gas in the bank. It feels like he's just going to do a 1-base Marine tank counterattack all in. Nice recall on these Stalkers to save them. The gateway will finally be going down. Getting a 2nd and 3rd gateway up. He's got very few units, 6 Stalkers on the map. That's about it. Charge is coming in as well. Enough Stalkers to one-shot a Marine, but remember, tanks have 7 range, 1 more than the Stalkers, so it's very hard to skirmish with those. SCV's coming out to repair the tanks as well. Unfortunately, he's only got 1 orbital for detection, no engineering bay to build turrets with this. And look at that, the Stalkers pick off a Marine, they force the tanks to siege up, and every second he buys is giving him time for that DT to warp in, walk into the base and win the game. He drops a mule! And that is going to be good game, unfortunately. The moment that DT swipes, he is dead. Another DT will warp in a moment as these gateways are all transforming. A 4th gateway on the way as well. And Hero, he will not be denied after an upset against Time earlier on. He says, no, no, no. And the DT is going to come in, show itself on this army. There's another one in the main base. Q knows he's done for, and he has to tap out. A nasty proxy gate in his backdoor. Hero, ever unpredictable, ever dangerous and aggressive. And he does get the 2-0.